The unthinkable has occurred. Sir Ramaphosa, the current president of South Africa, has formally resigned. Not in rumors, not in speculation, but on screen and in real time before a shocked nation. The news has caused waves of shock in Parliament, the ANC, and in every part of the country. This is not merely a change of leadership. This is the complete breakdown of the present ANC hierarchy as we know it. The resignation which occurred in the wake of weeks of pressure from the political system, scandals piling up and a rebellion within the party has created such a leadership vacuum that the ruling party is rushing to determine who will fill the gap. The mayhem, however, is not merely about who fills Ramaphosa's shoes. It's about whether the ANC can survive this at all without totally breaking apart. For months, political tensions in the ANC have been simmering silently. Discontent has been growing over issues as wide-ranging as economic stagnation, deteriorating power crisis, and escalating corruption scandals. Ramaphosa's reputation as the reformer president has been eroding under charges of being a do-nothing, hypocrite, and closet dealmaker. Sources indicate the final blow came when a number of leading provincial cadres hitherto die-hard Ramaphosa supporters came out and switched their allegiance against him at a top-level ANC gathering. Sources at the scene report a fiery confrontation in which calls for his resignation were yelled throughout the room. The cracks in the party previously kept under wraps became unbearable. As Ramaphosa approached the podium to deliver his resignation speech, the nation suspended its breath. His words were calculated but bore a weight of defeat. He mentioned the imperative of party unity and maintaining national stability as the reasons for his resignation. But no political firestorm could be concealed behind the move. Parliament blew its top instantaneously. Some of the MPs applauded in relief. Others cried out in anger. Opposition party benches applauded, recognizing that the tide was turning, while ANC loyalists sat in shock silence, aware that the party's most dominant force had just walked out. With Ramaphosa departed, the ANC is now bereft of leadership in the midst of a political tempest. No obvious successor exists. Faction chiefs are already fighting for dominance, with some calling for snap elections and others urging an interim caretaker president from among party ranks. The vacuum at the top is already having an impact on government operations. Major policies are in limbo. Cabinet ministers are not sure of their own jobs and opposition factions are openly disobeying each other. South Africa's most powerful political machinery is a fractured house on the brink of collapse. Political rivals have not hesitated to exploit the mayhem. The EFF, DA, Action SA, and minor parties are already mobilizing supporters, presenting Ramaphosa's departure as evidence that the ANC has forfeited its moral right to rule. Others are demanding national elections at once, reasoning that any effort by the ANC to merely swap Ramaphosa from within would be anti-democratic. There's even discussion of a grand opposition alliance, something that has long been considered unlikely in South African politics. But with the ANC weakened as never before, the prospect of an alliance of opposition forces against the governing party is suddenly plausible. The coming days will be telling. The ANC has to determine if it can unite around a new figure or risk losing power in the next election. For South Africans, the stakes are huge. Will this be the turning point toward rebirth or into greater political turmoil? The world watches. Investors anxiously do too. The neighboring countries are calculating the likely ramifications, and the international media is reporting this as one of the largest political dramas on the continent this decade. This is not a resignation. This is the decay of an age. Ramaphosa's resignation has killed the myth of the ANC's invincible dominance. Over the years, the party has survived corruption trials, scandals, and infighting. But this might be the blow that compels a total overhaul or even the collapse of ANC rule as we have known it. South Africa is at a watershed moment. The choices made in the coming weeks will either see the nation come out stronger or descend into political instability. This is a story in progress, and we will be following every minute of it. Make sure you press that subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss an update. Don't turn away now. History is happening before our very eyes. And every turn, every speech, every power play counts. Leave your opinions in the comments. Do you think the ANC can weather this? Who do you think should succeed Ramaphosa? And is this the start of a political renewal of South Africa, as South Africa steers into uncharted territory?